Guys, this is Josh, and I'm sitting here with Jeffrey and Liesl. And Jeff has been through our board and train, and Liesl is now finishing up the board and train. And these two live in the same house. There's a very common struggle amongst dog owners who have had one dog, usually the older dog, for a good amount of time. In this case, Liesl here, she's like 9 years old, they believe, and they've had her for some amount of years, a good amount of years. When you add in a new dog who's younger, more energized into the house, there's often a dynamic between the older dog who's been there and the younger dog, where there's a conversation of the older dog saying, "Hey, listen here, young guy or new guy. These are the rules. These are the things in this house that are mine, and here's the things I don't want you to do." And oftentimes they revolve around possessions, resources like, say, the couch, sometimes the owners, certain spots of the house. But most commonly it's space. The one that people miss the most is space. A lot of old dogs don't want a young dog in their personal and intimate space with all this puppy energy, trying to initiate play, trying to get up in their face and smelling them inappropriately. So that's where you see the older dog usually say, "I don't like that," and they do it in the form of a snap, a correction. So that's the situation that was going on at home with Jeff and Liesl. Now, coming here, it's a little hard to get them in that same exact situation because this isn't Liesl's house and we're not the people that she's been with for years. But we have developed a relationship with her, and now I have Jeff here. And what we see is as long as Jeff is respectful to her, meaning we are telling him as his leader that he can't be over aroused and in Liesl's face to respect her, she doesn't feel the need to tell him that because we've already done it. So it's our jobs as dog owners to make sure that we mediate the relationship. We don't want to just throw them together and let them figure it out, because they will figure it out, but it often will result in a mild correction to a all-out dogfight brawl, especially if you have a dog who's a little insecure and overreacts. She will do that. She'll correct, but it'll be overreacting, so it'll look pretty horrific, right? Good thing there's a good size difference here. She's really small. She's not going to do too much damage. But what we noticed has been nothing but pretty positive interactions between them, because Jeff's been really chill the whole time, and when he goes around her, he hasn't been disrespectful because he knows here there's certain rules. You can't come up on another dog too aroused. You've got to be very aware of their space. And so Liesl recognizes that, and I really think that outside in the yard today, she enjoyed his company. You know, she went up to him, she sniffed him, she recognized who he was. They had their little interaction, and they both went on their ways around the play yard. So we haven't seen anything, so that's why I'm sitting here on the couch to see if I could elicit some type of tension. And sure enough, there hasn't been any incident, because they probably both know that if one were to try something inappropriate, I'm here to let them know, which is why this is successful. But I did notice slight concern from Liesl when I invited him on the couch. But she quickly just laid down here and relaxed. And even before she relaxed, she gave him a little sniff and then relaxed, which is good. But the reason this is working is because I'm advocating for both dogs. I'm letting him know what she wants him to know, which is you can't be disrespectful of her space, okay? And you can't come with too much energy. But I'm also letting her know you absolutely can't resource guard, and you can't try to bite Jeff for getting in your space. Let me come in and advocate for you. So by doing both of those things, which is my job, to mediate the interactions and to really be there while they're interacting, we get success. Now if we put this on repeat, then we get them building a healthy relationship. So that's what we'll do. It's much easier going home because now they'll both have commands. So when they go home, you can put them both on place, and you know that there's not going to be any surprise interactions between them that you didn't see coming. So you can always use place and use all the obedience to keep things structured. And then at the same time, if anybody ever makes a mistake, you can now correct it. So if she overreacts and starts lunging and growling and barking at him for whatever reason, maybe she's guarding the couch or something, it's no and then a correction. And that goes a very long ways. But she'll be going home with structure, just like Jeff has, and that'll change the way she views the house to begin with and the way she views her owners to begin with. So hopefully that's enough alone for her to not even think it's an option to go and guard resources. But if she ever does slip up, then we're also there to let her know that was a mistake. And by doing these things, it's very clear to them what the rules are. We're very consistent. Everybody can live a peaceful life. So they're doing very well. Doing very well.